the last homework. You've made it. This is sort of the end of the class. If you can do this assignment and do it well, and you understand what you're doing, then you should have expectations that you can do that final project well also. So here's sort of what it feels like to be a consultant statistically. People bring you data and they just dump this file in your lap, and you go through each of the variables. Okay, here's what each of them means. Can I predict shrine visits? That's your goal here. And in the last homework, you should have already made a good model to help predict those shrine visits. And now you have a chance to write up a report. What is the number one thing students miss? They don't bother to look at the actual rubric. So what do we need? Make sure that you make it look nice, check for those errors, look for nonlinear, categorical, interactions, explain each of the variables. Even the variables that weren't important, the client deserves to have a note saying, I looked at this variable and it wasn't important. If you miss one of these, it's going to be because you didn't go back to the rubric and see, oh, there's an entire line dedicated to that variable, even though it wasn't significant. And then talk about how to do the prediction and mention the R-squared, the standard error, mention that you've got a good model and you can justify that through the residuals, explain everything, conclusion. This should feel fairly straightforward, except for the fact that it's a little bit more complicated of a report. If there's some part of how to do these types of statistical analysis that you're not getting, now is the right time to find the problem, fix it, and let's be ready for that final project.